Hello everyone. In 3.23, almost 1.5 years ago, CRT gave us Master Mode. Master Mode is slow, boring, no fun at all. Flying our spaceships was one of the few things that was really fun in Star Citizen, but since 3.23, not anymore. Hey, but don't worry, CRT always said there will be improvements to Master Mode. First improvements were scheduled for 4.0. Well, 4.0 came, no improvements to Master Mode. Same in 4.1 and 4.2. We still have no improvements. The only thing we know, recently there was a test of the new egg-shaped velocity vectors of Master Mode, but this went pretty much down because people leaked. I think the only reason we got Master Mode is CRT realized the old and obsolete engine, the overworked servers, even after we got the first iteration of server meshing in January 2025, and the terrible netcode cannot handle combat at normal speeds. However, even at the slow, no fun Master Mode speeds, we still have massive things. Sometimes player and NPC ships are just teleporting all over your screen. Heck, we have things of players and NPCs moving at player and NPC speeds. Another issue, even at the slow Master Mode speeds, it's very hard to impossible to hit small and agile fighters with turret guns. Some people suggested CRT should increase projectile speed of turret guns. But this wouldn't work either, because even at the current projectile speed, Star Citizen has massive issues with hit registration and things. The reason for this video is, I saw this today on Twitter. Yes, I still say Twitter. Da poets. New flight model is a long way out. We haven't even started making new Quantum multiplayer compatible yet. And there's a screenshot of Yogi from someone else's Discord. I don't know what Discord this is. If you know more, please let me know. First sentence he's talking about some models. Let's ignore this. Next sentence is very interesting. But really, new flight model is a long way out. If CRT says something is a long way out, it usually means many years. I hope this time it's different. As I said before, we will not release Enable It in PU until we got the new Quantum experience ready. And we haven't even started making the new Quantum multiplayer compatible yet. Let this sink in. $1 billion year 14. Things like flight model should be nailed down in year 2 or 3. Flight model is such a core tech. So many things, so much balancing depends on a flight model. And here in year 14, with more than $1 billion in funding, CRT still behaves like, oh yeah, we are just starting, we don't have money, we are trying to figure things out. This is what happens when you have a CEO who surrounds himself with yes men and who is only interested in eye candy, fluff, time sinks, cool cinematic, and his interactive movie, Squadron 42. Chris does not care about basics, core mechanics, some very basic physics, fun and interesting gameplay, or the PU at all. Also, what does this say about Chris? CitizenCon 2023, Squadron 42 is feature complete.
As you may have guessed, and Brian Chambers may have let slip a bit earlier, we are feature complete on Squadron 42.
Stop giving CRT money until we see some real improvement. Otherwise, this is a money sink that will go on forever and ever. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Whips, chains, total bastard. Total bastard. Unbelievable.
No, it is interesting though, and there are different ways. You know, what's funny is there was a cartoon that I'm sure Warren remembers too that included me, Warren, and Chris Roberts, and our different management styles, and the pitfalls of each of them, and the insult to they were all insulting, and the insult to Chris Roberts was game designed by decree, which really was the way Chris Roberts operated. In many respects. I mean, Chris Roberts, the good part about Chris Roberts was when he'd had the vision for what a wing commander was going to be, and he came and sat down and pitched it to us all, we all went, damn, he's right, it's going to work. I mean, he could describe it in a way that you just knew he was right and it was going to work. And so everybody, we invested in it because it was, and he was right and it did work. The downside of that is that when you went to work with Chris Roberts, you did everything exactly the way he said to do it, period, or you were fired almost immediately. No second chances. I mean, he was very explicit with what he wanted, and you either did it that way or you were not part of his team.
I literally heard him say, "Make that pixel blue, not green."
And yeah, I mean, so it was a place where only certain individuals could survive it. I mean, they had to be very talented, but on the other hand, they also had to be very subservient in their demeanor, if you know what I mean.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.